Her words hit me like a freight train in the middle of the night. I feel empty, Mark. I need someone better to fill this void. Sarah's voice quivered as she stood in our dimly lit kitchen, clutching a wine glass like it was the only thing holding her together. Her eyes wouldn't meet mine. I stood frozen, the weight of her confession pressing into my bones, shattering the illusion of our 8-year marriage. We had built a life together. 2 kids, a cozy home in the suburbs, Sunday barbecues with neighbors. I thought we were happy, or at least steady. Sarah was my anchor. Her laughter was the rhythm of my days. But lately, her smiles had grown faint, her gaze distant, unreadable. I blamed it on stress, her long nights at the office, the endless meetings she brushed off with a forced smile. Just work, she'd say. I trusted her. I loved her. So I ignored the unease gnawing at me, the late-night texts, the way she slipped out of bed to answer in hushed tones, the small but unrelenting red flags. Her perfume was sharper now, unfamiliar. Her phone, once left lying around, was suddenly locked. Once, I caught her glowing at a text, smiling in a way I hadn't seen in months. When I asked who it was, she snapped, "Nobody, Mark. God, can't I have a moment to myself?" Her defensiveness cut deeper than I admitted. Nights became restless. I'd wake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, wondering if I was already losing her. I just didn't know how far gone she was. It was a Tuesday when the truth finally broke me. I'd come home early, dinner ingredients in hand, hoping to surprise her. The kids were at her mother's, and I thought maybe, just maybe, we could reconnect. But the house was too quiet, except for faint laughter drifting from upstairs. My heart pounded as I climbed the steps, each footfall heavier than the last. The bedroom door was cracked open, and there she was, Sarah, tangled in our sheets with a man I didn't recognize. His hands where mine used to be. The world spun. My breath vanished. Sarah's eyes met mine, wide with panic. But she didn't move. He scrambled for his clothes, muttering apologies I couldn't hear. All that roared in my ears was the sound of my life collapsing. "Mark," she began, but I raised a hand, my voice steady till my inside shook. "Don't. Just don't." I turned and walked out, my legs moving on instinct. I drove for hours, city lights streaking through tears I hadn't realized were falling. When I finally came back, she was on the couch, mascara streaking her cheeks. "I feel empty," she whispered. "I thought he could fix it, but he didn't. I'm so sorry." Her apology was a knife twisting deeper. She hadn't just betrayed me. She betrayed our kids, our vows, for the promise of a feeling she couldn't even name. The next day, I confronted her fully. I demanded the truth, every detail, no matter how much it broke me. She confessed. His name was David, a co-worker. He listened when she felt I didn't. She said she felt invisible, unseen in our own home. I wanted to scream that I had been trying, begging her to let me in, but she'd shut me out long before David ever appeared. Anger surged, but so did grief, for the woman I thought I knew, and for the future we had imagined together. "I need someone better," she told me that night in the kitchen. And now I understood it wasn't about me. It was about her void, her restlessness, the emptiness she carried inside herself. Nothing I could have given her would have filled it. I didn't yell. I didn't throw things. I didn't beg her to stay. Instead, I packed a bag, left a note that simply said I need time, and checked into a hotel. Days blurred into weeks. Sarah called, texted, begged for forgiveness. But I couldn't erase the image of her with him. So I filed for divorce, not out of spite, but because I refused to live inside a house built on lies. She moved out, chasing the better she thought she needed. But months later, I heard through mutual friends that David had left her. She was alone, still searching, still empty. I rebuilt myself slowly, piece by painful piece, for me and for the kids. I learned to laugh again, to find joy in the little things. But in the quiet of the night, when the house falls still, I still hear her words echoing, still feel the sting of her betrayal. She thought someone else could fill her emptiness, but in the end, she carried it with her. And I'm left wondering, Can love ever be enough when someone has already lost themselves?